Hi everyone, Danny here. Today I'm going to talk to you about muscular fitness. Muscular fitness is a component of fitness for both health and performance. There are several aspects to muscular fitness, and so we'll cover some of them today. Um, so let's first take a look at the adaptation continuum. When we perform resistance training, three types of adaptations can happen. We either increase the different qualities of strength, get some muscle hypertrophy, which meant increase in muscle size, or improve our strength endurance. Strength is a measure of how much force you can produce. And there are various types of strength which I will explain in a while. In general, when we train to increase strength, the adaptations are mostly neural adaptation, meaning the nervous system becomes more efficient at activating the muscles. When we train for muscle hypertrophy, we are trying to increase the size of our muscles. The bigger the muscles are, the higher potential we have to increase our strength. So many athletes will usually go through a period of hypertrophy training prior to the strength phase. During the hypertrophy phase, athletes would usually lift multiple sets of moderate loads, about 65 to 80% of their one repetition max, till they feel high level of muscular fatigue. One of the stimulus for increasing muscle hypertrophy is the time that the muscles are under tension, hence the high volume of work. Strength endurance is determined by your ability to sustain or repeatedly produce a certain amount of force. Training for strength endurance is quite similar to training for hypertrophy, but athletes would typically use lighter loads for this or perform high intensity circuit training, which I presume most of you are performing it right now. Some of the adaptations to training for strength endurance include increased ability to buffer the metabolites and increased composition of type 1 muscle fiber, also known as slow twitch muscles. The trade-off is a decrease in type 2X fibers. Chronically, the athlete might decrease his or her ability to generate high muscular power. So pure strength and power athletes might want to avoid performing too much of such training. Now let's take a look at the different strength qualities. This is a force velocity curve graph. When force is high, velocity is low, and vice versa. At the far end of the force component is maximum strength, which is the highest amount of force we can generate. Next is strength speed. This refers to our ability to move relatively heavy loads at high velocity. Then we have speed strength, which refers to moving at very high velocity while moving moderate amount of load. Finally is reactive strength or maximum speed, which refers to the highest velocity we can move at. Here are some examples of athletes who needs the different strength quality predominantly. Notice I use the word predominantly. This is because we all need these different qualities to function. It's just a matter of which one being the most important for specific activity. Here we have some typical practice on how we can work on these different qualities. In my opinion, no matter which sport you are participating in, it is important for us to work on our maximum strength first. Because no matter what activity we do, we'll be generating a fraction of the maximum amount of force we can produce. So if your maximum strength is high, the fractional force we can produce will also be higher. Therefore, having a high level of maximum strength allows us to potentially possess higher levels of strength speed, speed strength, and reactive strength. Due to this, we have always worked on our maximum strength for a period of time before working on other aspects along the force velocity curve. How strong should we be? Currently, this is what we recommend our athletes to achieve if they are power type or endurance type sport. I won't say this is enough, but I would say that if athletes don't meet this criteria, then it is definitely not enough to match up to their international competitors. You might ask, you're not an athlete, why do you need to be so strong? Well, being strong will help you to perform daily tasks easier, such as climbing the stairs, getting off the chair, carrying your shopping bags, and so on. And more importantly, if you have high reactive strength, you might be able to prevent yourself from falling down so easily. Because when you lose your balance, you only have about 100 milliseconds for your muscle to produce sufficient force to put yourself back into equilibrium. So if you have high reactive strength, you can prevent a fall. Alright. So being strong is never wrong. That's all I have for you today. I hope you've enjoyed the video and I hope this information will be useful to you. See you next time. Thank you for watching.